doors. So the hotel remained open. We did what, Christy, 200 plus groups in 2020? Is
Just
that
so,
right?
yeah, just shy of 200. All different shapes and sizes.
Yep.
That's impressive.
Keeping protocol, keeping distance, wearing masks, and just keeping everyone safe. We've had a lot of the groups that actually did follow up, and the results of COVID tests were negative. So we did what we were supposed to do with the commitment to clean that our company sets forth.
Good. We know that. We know you're very careful about that. So I'm looking at my gallery view and I see so many people that have not been on the call before. I want to say a hi to Christine Birmingham. Hey, Christine. But if you've never been with us before, would you mind introducing yourself and telling us where you're from, where you are?
I will. It's
Thanks,
Nicole Gutierrez. Hi, how are you?
Good.
So I was fortunate enough to have a program at the Ritz-Carlton Amelia Island in January, right before the shutdown. So I was able to enjoy, and it was a great property, but the pool was closed when I was there. So I'm really excited to come back for a site visit. Let's check it out.
Yes.
Great. That's when we were working in Kukino. So that restaurant is amazing and great sights. The bar overlooks the ocean. Imagine that. So it'll be exciting. You'll be glad we closed it for a brief period of time when you see it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Lovely. So Nicole, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Miami Beach. Well, I'm working from home. The company is not in Miami Beach. The company is in Coral Gables, Florida. But I'm with A+ meetings and incentives.
So nice to have you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Nice to be
Who else
here.
is new? If you're shy, you're not going to last long. Okay, I'm going to start calling you out.
Carol, I can talk.
Okay, go.
How are you?
Good.
I've been on a couple of these. I've known Carol and Kelly and Laura for quite a while. I used to plan quite a few meetings a year, and then as COVID hit, we now went to virtual, but we're starting to ramp up again. So just wanted to get involved and hear a little bit about this hotel, and as people start opening up, I'm just interested to see what everyone's got.
Are you familiar with the Ritz and Amelia, Christine?
I am. I actually did a program, don't judge me, at the Lowe's. they're probably 4 or 5 years ago. So, but I did pop over and take a look while I was down there. It's a beautiful property. So yes, I'm interested to see all the upgrades and all that fun stuff.
Absolutely. And we hope you'll be back with us on a regular basis, Christine.
Yes.
Every week.
See everyone.
How about Joan? Hey, Joan.
Hey everyone. Hi, I'm Joan Borchardt. I'm in Atlanta. I have not been to the Ritz. I did host a big conference down at the Omni property a few years back. And when we were there for the conference, they were just getting ready to set up for that car show. So we got to go around and see all the load in and set up. So that was kind of cool. But I am interested. Whoa.
Is that you, Rob, or was that Randy?
That wasn't me. Sorry.
Oh, dear. Okay.
No,
Go ahead, Joan. Don't let that distract you.
Yeah. But I am interested in checking out the Ritz property because I have not been there yet.
Great. Well, you're going to learn a little bit today, we hope. So who else? I think Ingrid, we'd like to say hi to you. You were one of our first 5 today. So Ingrid, are you still with us? Yep, there she is. She's muted. Ingrid, hello. Hello. My mic doesn't work. Let's get started. Okay, that was Whitney.
Yeah.
Okay, Kimberly. Hello, Kimberly. How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you guys. Seems like everybody has a good relationship with everybody there.
Well, we've been at this for a while, and if you've ever been with us before, you're just part of the family. We hope you'll be back. Where are you calling from? Where are you physically?
I'm actually based out of Dallas, Texas. We never get to do events here, but I used to live in Florida, and Amelia is somewhere where a lot of my friends have gone. I've yet to make it over to that part. Raised out of Clearwater though, so
I was raised in Clearwater myself, and we are coming to Texas in August, and so we'll be looking for you. I
Oh,
hope.
great. Definitely. Yeah, definitely reach out. Because we
I
have a few
will.
incentive programs and they're finally starting to gear up. Those are the ones that are more gearing up than the others that we have. But Amelia Island is definitely of interest of us. That's why I went ahead and joined on this one.
Good. Well, next week you're going to join just because we're here. That's what I All right, Whitney, go ahead. Let's get started.
Fantastic. Hi, everybody. Well, thanks for being here. We do see a lot of new faces each week. You know, we come back, we do this. I don't know how many weeks we've been doing this, maybe 56 weeks
56, yeah, I
now,
think that's right.
with just a couple of exclusions from that. But we've been doing this for quite a while, and we just have a lot of fun with these. Every week we have a theme that ties to the resort or the property or the location we're going to. And of course, this week's loose theme was surrounding the car show that Amelia, that Ritz-Carlton hosts so beautifully. So thanks for participating, and just want to let you know that I'll be your moderator today. And so if you have any questions or comments, just put those in the chat box, and please keep yourselves muted unless you're need to speak or whatever, because I will be recording this. This will live on our website from now until we run out of server room. So we appreciate your participation. I'm going to hand it over to my partner, Carol.
Thanks. You do a great job, Whitney. She's the marketing guru. She's the wit. She's the one who keeps us laughing. And she's also going to moderate very effectively today. And I wanted to just give a brief shout out to our intern, Ben Woody. Hi, Ben. Thanks for being here.
How are you?
Good, good. Ben, the dear Ben has given his mother a haircut for graduation present to her. And we love Ben. He's been a great part of our team. He's headed out to Lake Tahoe to start a real job, but we hope that we'll still have you around, Ben. So thanks.
Thank you.
Wanted to say that, and for those of you who don't know, the first 5 people who log into our call every week after 3:55, so that you're not too early to get a prize. Generally, we are awarding those folks a prize from the resort. And I'd love to have Christy or Carla tell you what it is, but I'm excited about it, so I'm going to go ahead and say it if y'all don't mind.
Go for it.
Apparently, there's a big history of salt associated with this hotel, including the name of the restaurant and the signature salt shop that they have, so that you can buy a variety of salts. And so there's a salt tower that consists of small boxes of a variety of salts, and each one of the following people will be receiving that from Carla or Christy. We need you to email me at carol@retreatsresources.com with your home address, wherever you would like to receive this gift. If we don't have it already, if you've won before, we have it. If you haven't, then we need it. And those people are Basha Border, Ingrid Rubato, Randy Meacham, Melissa Barney Shuffler, and Christine Birmingham. So congratulations to all of you. Make sure I know where to reach you, and you'll be getting a gift of salt from the Amelia Island culinary team. And without further ado, I think you all have now met them and chatted with them informally. I'd like to welcome Christy Hinkle and Carla Yeck, 2 of our sales managers in this region for the Ritz-Carlton Amelia Island, a glorious resort on Florida's northeast coast. And they're going to share with you not only all these information about the Concours, which happens every year, but just the information about their recent renovation and all the great things there are to do in the area. So ladies, take it away.
Good deal. Hi, my name is Carla Yeck. I actually handle the Southeast market. We're all big team players, so just send us the leads. We'll be happy to answer them and introduce you to our team. We want to give you a brief overview of the resort. We don't want to over information dump. Their slides can speak for themselves as well. But I do want to give you a warm welcome. So we want to talk about Concours de Elegance first. This is our 26th anniversary of this car show. It's one of our largest events that we host each year, and we welcome over 14,000 guests. You're going to see a brief video of the car show. Please know that was taped prior to COVID. So if you can actually see people's smiling faces and see the joy of seeing these beautiful cars, it's because it was before the masks were needed. The Amelia Island Concours d'Elegance is among the top automobile events. It is actually typically held the beginning part of March. This year it is being held in May due to things being pushed a little bit further into 2021. But we're looking forward to welcoming back in its normal slot within the first 2 weeks of March. The car show itself, I'm kind of looking at notes, but also just know it from my heart. The car show itself is great for its give back to the communities. It donates $3.7 million so far to community hospice, care facilities, and deserving charities along the Florida's first coast. So
Tara,
that,
please excuse me, sorry. We're seeing part of your notes on the side.
you are?
We're not seeing the presentation full screen. So can you
Huh, I didn't even move.
move that over? Or Christy, move that over. Thank you. That's great. Thank you.
I must have hit a button. Sorry, Christy.
That's all right.
Yeah, I'm not computer savvy, guys, so sorry about that. Anyway, the charities, the deserving charities are along Florida's first coast. So that really comprises of the upper part of the East Coast of Florida. So we are going to do a trivia question. Christy, do you want to wait until after we watch the video or before?
We can do it before.
Okay, so before. Okay, trivia question. Who has the answer to this? The top selling car of the weekend in 2020 was a 1932 Bugatti Type 55 Super Sports Roadster. So the question is, how much did it sell for? Anybody?
$150,000.
Oh no, think the $1 Million Man.
Oh, wow.
Anybody have a guess?
3.5 million.
A little bit higher.
Warmer.
5
No,
million?
5 million? Higher.
Wow.
Wow, I know, they raised a lot of
7
money.
million.
10.2 million.
I think
The,
that's it.
the closest was 7 million. It's $7.1 million. I
Wow.
Wow.
know. It was
With that,
amazing.
we've got a little video to share. Hello, I'm Lisa Holiday, Global Brand Leader for the Ritz-Carlton Hotel Company. I am thrilled to be here at the 23rd Annual Amelia Island Concours at the Ritz-Carlton Amelia Island. Ritz-Carlton Amelia Island is a wonderful host and partner to the Amelia Island Concours d'Elegance. We are thrilled to support the property at the brand level to help drive awareness to existing and new customers with such relevant and modern programming. I hope to see you here next year.
So as you can see, we definitely,
So sorry.
Do you like playing barefoot out of the bunker? Yeah.
Who's talking?
Commercial, sorry.
Oh,
so Christy, do you want to go back a slide to the picture of the resort?
Yes, there you are.
Sorry, guys. Be glad I'm not operating it because you'd be looking at Bugs Bunny cartoons or something. So this is a captivating picture of our resort. We're in the northern part of the East Coast, right above Jacksonville, Florida. And what's nice is we're very blessed that we don't have those H words coming at us very frequently as far as storms go. And the perfect example of this is we have what we used to call in oceanography classes as 50 to 100-year dunes. So these dunes protect our hotel and our pool area, but they also give birth to a lot of native wildlife. We have gopher turtles, we have rabbits, and that's part of our naturalist, actually takes you through the dunes. But our hotel has actually, our resort has just celebrated its 30th year anniversary. And that is why Christy and I are wearing pearls, because pearls are the 30th anniversary gift. And the hotel is a gem. So it has a lot to offer. And we just want to kind of share through some of what it does have to offer with you as we go through some of the slides. So I spoke about the location. We are only 27 miles away from the Jacksonville airport. So especially for guests who need to get a lot of people in by flights, it's a pretty direct route for a lot of major carriers. You'll see that listed, excuse me. We can also send you additional information. We've even opened up to some more Texas flights, as well as a couple from Memphis, which is new to us. So we hope that your attendees find it easy to get to. We're right up I-95, and then a short little trip down A1A to get to the resort. Going to the resort, though, is beautiful because you go over the Intercoastal Waterway, and then you drive down draped live oaks with Spanish moss going into the actual driveway of the resort. Some of you who have been there can also vouch for my statement, and hope you loved it as much as we did.
So this next video gives you kind of a really good feel of Amelia Island.
Just off the northeast coast of Florida rests an enchanting barrier island, where tranquility meets productivity and natural beauty sets the stage for your successful event. Welcome to Amelia Island, where meetings are island-inspired. Amelia Island is located just 30 minutes from Jacksonville International Airport. From the moment your group arrives, they'll feel as though the entire island was meant just for them. Attention to detail and authentic touches go into every facet of your event. It's in our nature, after all. Approximately 140,000 square feet of combined event space offers flexibility for meetings large or small, with several elegant ballrooms to choose from and stunning outdoor settings, where brainstorms meet blue skies. There are endless options that make your event truly one of a kind. Rest assured, spaces for social distancing and the highest safety protocols are in place. Everything about Amelia Island meetings is designed with your needs in mind. Innovative dining concepts offer the most exquisite menus. Whether it's tantalizing spices from around the world or the freshest ingredients grown on site in an organic garden, dining on Amelia Island is an experience within itself. Break out and breathe in. Free time on Amelia Island is the perfect opportunity for your attendees to unplug and recharge. And when they're ready for some exploring, quaint, walkable downtown Fernandina Beach has many treasures to discover. Plan a unique cultural history tour, or book an early tea time on the island's links. From sand dunes to southern charms, nothing on island is more than 15 minutes away. Surrounded by nature, planned to perfection. Bring your meeting to the tranquil barrier island, where you can safely come together and feel as though you're a world away. Island-inspired meetings, only on Amelia Island.
Do you share the golf courses with the Omni? Is that?
No, we don't. We actually gave Ami a little bit of time just because this video is so great to give you a snapshot of the destination. We do have a golf course right at our front door. Literally, you could tee off from our front driveway. And that's the golf course, or Amelia Island Golf Course, right? Sorry, I just hit a blame verb. The one thing I did forget to do is ask another trivia question to see if you guys might win something else. So we're Barrier Island off the east coast of Florida. We're also the last exit for Georgia. So if you have some Georgia groups that are like, oh, we don't like to go to state, we're only one exit away. We're like 1 mile. The island has a nickname based on our rich history. Trivia, how many times was the island conquered by a different flag flown?
8 times.
Wow.
So Whitney had 8.
And
So Whitney, you are correct.
Rob said it real quick too. I think we
Oh, we
have a
did?
tie.
Yeah,
Uh-oh, we have a dual winner.
we have 2
Can,
winners.
Yep.
can you guys name what flags flown for bonus question?
It was the Confederate, the US flag, the Confederate flag, it was a pirate flag, Spain, Mexico. Ooh, I know David Levy-Yulee was one of the founders, I believe. Is he the founder? Yeah, the founder. So what else did how about anybody else?
I think you missed the English one.
Oh, the English, yeah, of course.
Bob, you are impressive. That's an impressive body of knowledge right there.
I know. If you need to move to Amelia, let us know. We
He's
can
on his way.
we'll put you in as our historian.
Yeah, exactly. Well, kind of segueing into that. So yes, we do have a lot of rich history, and we are conveniently located kind of in the center on the east side of the island, which is great. So here you can kind of see a good overview of the hotel. So really quickly, I like to always point out that on the north end of the property is where all the leisure amenities are. My favorite, the spa, our pool, the restaurants are out there. And then on the south end is all of our meeting space. And I like to point that out because I have worked at resorts in the past, and I'm sure you posted meetings at the past where you've got someone in their water wings walking through your foyer space. And that's not something that we have to worry about here because it's very separated, which is a beautiful thing. And that also gives you the feel of exclusivity. One of the other beautiful things about our property is the sheer size of the meeting space that we have. We have 48,000 square feet of meeting space, 2 grand ballrooms and 1 junior ballroom. So we can host 2 very nice sized programs at the same time, and you would never feel it because you can see how they're kind of separated like that. So really a great property. We have 446 brand new guest rooms, which you'll get to see the new rooms on the next slide. And it's bittersweet for me because a little fun fact, when I first worked at this property back in 2010 through 2012, we were going through a room renovation then, and my husband was he wasn't my husband at the time, but he was the engineer over that project from the construction side. And we met, fell in love. I now live in Orlando because his job has taken him here, but now we're going through a room renovation again. And I did lock my office door so he can't hear me, but I like these rooms better. They are so beautiful, and I'm really, really proud of this project. So we have 446 of those, 50 of which are suites, so very generous on the suite side, which is beautiful. And then, of course, spa, golf, beach, and pool all on site. So really a one-stop shop, which is wonderful. And here they are, the beautiful guest rooms. So you can see at the top, this is one of our king rooms. The bottom is one of our executive suites. So we do have 32 of these that are direct on the ocean front. They have sprawling balconies. It's beautiful. And then they also all have these freestanding tubs, which with that backdrop, I feel like it's the most Instagrammable tub of all time. I feel like you're going to start seeing these popping up on our news feed, which is beautiful. So we're really excited. Another featured room that we have that we don't have photos of is our fireside room. So all the rooms on the first floor have their own private fire pits, including 2 suites on that floor. So that's really something to enjoy as well. In our meeting space, this was all refreshed just a few years ago. So you'll see some beautiful blues that create some nice continuity through the entire hotel, from the meeting space all the way to the guest room to the restaurants. They did feature a lot of our meeting space in that video we just saw, specifically with social distancing that was filmed about this time last year. So, you know, it really shows the capabilities that our hotel can offer. Quite expansive and quite generous on the meeting space. The top left corner, that's actually the Atlantic room, which is our private dining room of Salt. And that also has a terrace on it and can be used from a group perspective, or if you have a board of directors. I love using that space as a reception on the terrace as the sun is setting and you get those beautiful pinks and blues over the ocean and the moon rises up over the Atlantic, and you recept out there, and then you come right into that private dining room. And they can do about 30 in there, which is really, really nice. We have ample outdoor space. That's probably one of my favorite things about this property. Just a few events to highlight. We have our own VW bus, which we like to activate in some of our group settings, as a food or beverage station. My favorite way that we've used this is our pastry team is phenomenal, and they create these boozy milkshakes, which are gorgeous just to look at. You don't even want to eat them, especially the funfetti one with all the colors. And they serve it out of this VW bus, which can be moved all over property. And it's just a really fun, engaging way for your guests to enjoy. And then in the left-hand corner, we have, that's at Fort Clinch. So we have a partnership with the Fort. We can host events out there. We literally build a kitchen on site, so the food is fresh. It's not bussed over from the hotel or anything like that. But the park also keeps staff on site, which are in traditional garb and they stay in theme. You can recept up on the ramparts as the sun is setting. This is on the very north end tip of the island, so it's a really pretty place to be at sunset. And then there's a large cannon that can be fired by the CEO of your company or your top VIP that kind of signals that dinner is to start, and then the guests can walk down and have dinner in the heart of the fort. And they can explore the whole time that they're there. So it's a really unique, very, very cool experience. Carla actually had a group a few years ago that did this event for, I want to say 500 or 600 guests. Is that right?
Actually, it was 1,500.
Oh, I was close. Yes.
You were close. You don't win the Salt Tower though.
No, sorry. But just a really cool opportunity if you ever need an offsite or something. On site we can do quite a bit as well, and we really like to capture on site because it's nice not having to bus people, right? So it's just another good, very unique option that you will not get anywhere else. We've talked quite a bit about culinary experiences, and I'm excited that some of you get to enjoy some of that. A little piece of salt at home. I've got my citrus salt here, which I'm using for my margarita today. But Salt is kind of our crown jewel. It's a 5-diamond for the last 10 years rated restaurant. And the concept is we have these finishing salts. So based on what you've selected, our chef will pair salts with it. So if you order maybe the sea bass that night, maybe we'll pair our citrus salt, which is made in-house. Or if you order the pappardelle pasta, maybe we will offer our black garlic salt, which is also made in-house. We have almost 100 different salts to choose from, which range from sweet to savory to salty to spicy. So, there's chocolate, there's rose, there's a ghost pepper one, which I don't do spicy, but if you need vinegar with it, I'm telling you, it's hot. Like, it's really hot. So, and then we also have the lobby bar, which was just redone in 2015, and then Tidewater Grill. And First Drop, which is not featured on here. Those are 2 new restaurants which just opened yesterday. First Drop is a grab-and-go bodega style, coffees, fresh juices, smoothies, quick snacks, light bites, great stuff like that. And it's right off the lobby, which is very needed. We needed a grab-and-go place, so I think this will be phenomenal. And then Tidewater Grill is where the pub was, which was our sports bar. So we've really elevated that experience. It's somewhere that you go after a round of golf, or fishing all day. And have some elevated American style casual cuisine. Really just a great environment. We've also added a private dining room to that space as well that fits about 12. Yet to be named, so open to some suggestions, maybe with the tidal theme. I suggested the tide pool, but they didn't like that idea. So we'll need something better. I welcome your suggestions in the chat box. And then finally, my most favorite restaurant besides Salt, of course, is Coquina. I'm really proud of this project as well. We're back to when I was here in 2010. I used to be the manager of this restaurant when it was Ocean Bar and Grill, so it's really cool to see what they've transformed it to. We pulled the bar out into this beautiful palapas, adding 28 seats that you can sit. It's open for lunch and dinner, and they service the pool as the main pool deck as well as the adult-only spa pool. And we've added this fire pit feature as well. Really, really just a great place to be. And we've added a few cabanas too, so you can really make it a whole day. For those incentive groups, this is where you're going to find all your attendees, you know, relaxing by the pool, networking, or not networking. I would be napping, but that would just be me. And then we have, of course, have Coast as well, which was just renovated a few years ago and reconcepted. And that's our 3-meal-a-day restaurant. It's Southern inspired, fresh seafood. One of the things about Amelia Island and how we came to be really was we were a big shrimping port. So rock shrimp, fresh shrimp, those are really big things for our restaurant there. It's beautiful. I'll transition it back to Carla to discuss all there is to do on the island.
Well, guys, if your mouth isn't watering and if you're not wanting to jump into one of those luscious beds, let me tell you what we have as far as activities. Or maybe I should say what we don't have. We don't have big shopping malls and outlets and tour buses all around the place. Amelia is a very, very walkable downtown. Fernandina is basically 2, maybe 3-story buildings. We'd like you to stay in the hotel and enjoy our dining options, but for those dine around programs or spousal events or just to get out, we feature over 3,800 seats within the downtown area. But every single restaurant's pretty intimate. And also we're privileged that in that area, you don't have the big chain restaurants. Nothing's wrong with a good Texas Roadhouse, but they were founded by locals for the most part. Some of them even are culinary staff like Wicked Bow or Salty Pelican. So they all have a creative theme to them, from fine French dining to Salty Pelican, one of my favorites, who has the most amazing IA tuna tacos. Downtown is also dotted with the distillery, which doesn't look like it even belongs there. It's very Atlanta looking, with amazing cocktails and mocktails and cotton candy champagne. Also, we have great shopping as well. And proud to say, again, we don't have a lot of chain stores downtown either. So it definitely is more in keeping to the environment. And sorry for those who like tacky t-shirts. We only have one store down there that sells souvenir gifts. So, but around the area, we have offshore fishing, deep sea fishing, if you're willing to take the time to go even further out, backwater fishing, sporting clays. Those, of course, are off property. We also have the fun little cray cats, which came to our location, not first, but very early on. I say it's like riding 2 lunch chairs on a pontoon boat with an engine in the back. It's a nice, exhilarating, safe experience. It takes you on the water, close to the water. You can see manta rays, manatees, dolphins, birds, etc. And it goes over to Cumberland Island, which is where the younger Kennedys got married, and it's national seashore. And they only let so many people on the island at one time. So it's very undeveloped. You get to see wild animals, the wild horses. If you go at the right time during spring, you might even see a colt or a coal get born. We also do community footprint projects. We have golf out our front door. We also partner with other golf courses in the area. So great for golf tournaments. There's kayaking. It goes on and on. Of course, we have the pool, the indoor pool, the spa on site, and our own shopping, even a Southern Tide and a Lily shop, which personally I prefer. But what talks to my heart, because I'm a big animal person, is White Oak Conservatory. Has anyone heard of that before? No? Okay, so
it's amazing. It
is amazing.
The cats, and they really take care of, and they rescue, don't they rescue the animals? And
yeah, so the way I describe it to people, because I've done a lot of events out there, is if Noah was alive now and could take anything onto an ark, White Oak would be the equivalent to it. They have rescued and saved so many endangered species. I've had the pleasure of petting a black rhino 2 days after it's been born, and they're on the endangered species list. It's really for continuing the species, the health of the species, and educating the public, but in a very quiet, low-key manner. It's not like Animal Kingdom or any safari place that you find in the United States. They do a cheetah run. You can pet and feed the giraffes, which is amazing. Occasionally you'll get spit on by an elephant. But yeah, and then it has some really cool artifacts. So besides them taking the animals, they also rescued and saved tons of different art. An old bar from Chicago speakeasy. There's a Chinese room with some Ming vases that if you hit into and find out how much they really cost, you'd have a heart attack. There was also several different homes that you can rent. A lot of politicians go there for think tanks because it's off the grid as far as people don't really know it's there. There's a 9-hole course, and also can do an event for about 75 people. Baryshnikov actually went there when he left the Soviet Union, and he has some of his artworks and paintings there as well. So it's quite fascinating. It's something that your guests would not find just any place, but you can't take 100 people. It has to be in small groups. And we have a video about it.
Yes, we do. See if I can get this one to work.
You can, I have faith in you. But after the video and stuff, definitely dive into it and look a little bit more. They also have foundations. One of my clients wrote a very hefty check after he went there, even before he held his event. They now have been bought by different owners, and they carry on the legacy that Mr. Gilman did, who actually owned it. He was a lumber baron, and it backs up to a river, and across the river is actually Georgia. So it's definitely pretty. There we go.
Today we're at White Oak Conservation, and I'm with Brandon to learn all about this place. Brandon, welcome to River City Live, and this place is truly remarkable. We had the opportunity to drive around. The grounds are beautiful, but let's talk about conservation and assurance animals. Can you give us an overview of what this place is all about?
Yeah, it really is a unique place. So for one thing, it's really large. It's about 17,000 acres. And it's really a refuge for imperiled species. So our focus is on conservation. So you've seen a couple of our species, or you're going to see a couple of our species like rhinos, okapi, different antelope, Florida panthers. So our main focus is to try to save these different species.
And what are some of the challenges that you face as an organization?
Yeah, so the species that we work with face a lot of different challenges in the wild. A lot of it is from habitat destruction, right? Animals need a place to live, to thrive. So a lot of our species, some of the reasons that they're so endangered is from their habitat being destroyed by humans.
And when you talk about a lot of space, behind us, the giraffes, so you have this huge area. They all happen to be right here because we wanted them to be here for the camera. Sure. But it's so remarkable because it's exactly how they would want to be out in the wild, having the space and the freedom.
Yeah, that's really our philosophy is we focus on animals that can really benefit from these large spaces like you see behind us. And also one thing you notice is they're in a nice social group. So these are more herd animals, and we see rhinos, giraffe, a lot of different species that we work with fit into that. So we can really give them the area and the space that they need to be in that correct social group.
And to thrive. So for example, the rhinos, when we were out there were some babies running around. And that's really important because that's a sign that the environment is a really good, condition for them to be happy.
Yeah, you guys visited some of our southern white rhino calves, and that's a great example of what we call an insurance population. So rhinos in Africa and in Asia are under a really high threat of poaching. They're poached for their horns, which is worth about twice as much as gold on the black market, so really valuable. So what we do here is we try to maintain a healthy population. So in case, the African rhinos do get to really even lower numbers or they go extinct, we have this assurance or insurance population here in North America.
And another one you mentioned is right over there. Yeah. He's starting to peek out.
Let's take a walk over there and check out the okapi. So we saw the giraffe, and right across here is essentially the closest living relative of a giraffe, which is the okapi. So they are like a rainforest giraffe. And so they're from the dense tropical rainforest of the Democratic Republic of the Congo in Central Africa. and they are endangered, and also really, really shy. So people that have worked in their forest for a long time never actually see them because it's real dense forest, very shy, and their numbers have really decreased in the last, 20 to 40 years.
And that's another great indicator of white oak, is the fact that it's a very shy animal, but there he is, within 10 feet from us, doing his own thing.
Yeah, they feel really comfortable here. You can see that their habitat is a little more wooded, which matches a little bit of what they would find or where they would live in the Congo.
And then,
so that gives you a really good idea of just kind of what they offer as far as the wildlife at White Oak. And that's something, again, like Carla mentioned, it can be, taken over from a group perspective, which is really, again, something really unique that Amelia Island can offer. And with that, that concludes all that we have for you today with Amelia Island Ritz-Carlton. We are so delighted that you spent time with us today, and that you have interest in our little island. It's, just the last exit in Florida. It's very special to us both. And we appreciate you immensely for being here. And with that, make sure you're paying attention. Who remembers what year of Concours de Elegance for Amelia Island that this is? Any guesses? The chat box is going. 26. Yes, good job, Ingrid. 26. Excellent.
Ingrid is making a haul today. She's like a big winner on all kinds of different levels.
I love it. I love it. So yeah, thank you so much. And Carol, we will turn this back to you, or if anyone has any questions, would love to answer them.
Great. I think Whitney is going to look at the chat box and make sure that everyone's questions are answered. I know Carla's been kind of watching. The White Oak facility is fantastic. And if you don't mind, Carla or Christy, could you describe what they can do for private events there?
My experience with them, and again, they're under new ownership the last couple of years, so I don't know if they've increased their event space. I've held about 125 people in their rotunda, which is really neat. It's like out of the scene of The Night in the Museum, because if you're standing on one side of it, if you whisper, you can hear on the other side. So I always have to warn guests that be careful what they say, because somebody, on the other side of the room can hear exactly what they said about someone's dress. They've also set up tents before for over 200 people. They do or have in the past tried to limit sizes though, just because of the traffic going by the animals, etc. But I saw the question on it. I can grab some information from them as far as the events. I do know that they do catering, people from outside, and they were looking at doing culinary themselves inside, but I don't know how that got. So I will get more information. Carol, do you want me to send it to you to?
Oh yeah, I mean, I was just curious to see what the events look like, and I think others would enjoy that. And I wonder, can you cater out there? Can they use your catering team out there?
We have in the past, yes. I need to make sure that that hasn't changed while I was furloughed. Because some things have changed in 2020 to 21, as we all know. So I don't take anything for granted. I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver.
Thank you, Carla. We appreciate you being careful about that. Does anyone else have any questions or comments, or want to show off for Kelly and Christy and Carla, who will be deciding who's going to win their package this week? Anybody want to speak up? Did I miss you?
There was one question from earlier that I wrote down, and it was on the restaurant, the Tidewater Grill. Someone asked by Jeremiah. Is it by Jeremiah?
You mean as far as a chef? No, it's independent for our resort.
Jeremiah, can you hear me? This is Jill.
Uh-huh.
I asked the question. Yeah, I was there a couple of years ago, and Jeremiah was an adorable bartender at the lobby bar. He was making the smoky drinks.
Oh, okay. It was just in the chat box that I didn't know what it referenced, but so
that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Right.
Jeremiah with the smoky drinks, cute bartender. Y'all be on the lookout for him, Christy and Carla.
We will, we will.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
We
still
have
ramping back up and trying to get a lot of ladies and gentlemen to rejoin the team. We've called everyone back from furlough who was on. We did that back in February. We're very lucky that we were one of the earlier hotels to be able to do that. And, you know, with the crazy year, a few people have moved on because they had to find jobs in the meantime. But yeah, we will, if we run into Jeremiah, we will let them know that you sent.
Otherwise, you might look for Christy and Carla behind the bar because they are doing all that needs to be done to keep the resort going, right?
Well, Christy and Danielle did definitely. So yeah, the one thing that we are very blessed and lucky to have is a good tenure staff. We have people still at the resort that started when it opened its doors 30 years ago, which speaks volumes. We're one of the larger employers on the island.
Yeah, and Carla kind of brushed on this when she talked about some of the restaurants, but a lot of those restaurants are owned and managed by ladies and gentlemen who used to work with us at one point. So as you enjoy the island, you'll get touches of Ritz-Carlton everywhere you go because, you know, once that's ingrained with you, it doesn't leave you.
They were trained by the best, weren't they?
Yes.
Indeed. All right. Well, are you ladies, are you putting your heads together with Kelly McAllister in the background so that we can all hear you in terms of selecting who you would like to award your package to?
Yes, I think so.
I am ready when they are.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
Kelly, you can go first.
Okay. I am going with my actually favorite MGB driver, Laura Miller, in your super sassy headpiece, scarf, and where's your champagne, girl?
Laura, that was such a great
Of
effort.
course she
Oh my
has
gosh.
it.
And look at the outfit. We didn't get to see the skirt. That is adorable. Oh my gosh.
That's amazing.
Cheers, Laura.
Cheers, Laura.
Oh, and a doggy. That's extra points.
See, if the dog had made an appearance, you might have even been the package winner. But too little.
Extra bonus points for the dog.
And so for our package winner, drum roll. This was a hard one. We're gonna go with Heather because you.
Oh, yay, Heather.
Ren, we love your support of more like just the whole island. I feel, you know, with the trails and everything, and we hope to have you back for one of our wellness events. Congratulations to everyone.
Oh my gosh, I am so happy for you, Heather. You make such a good effort every single week, and you just, you know, get nudged aside by Sam mostly. But you
I love this.
I love it too. And you really did your research. And I know that Christy and Carla were very happy and relieved to have someone bring something to the table that wasn't about the cars, but was about all of the wonderful amenities at the hotel and on the island. So thank you for doing that homework and bringing our attention to the other wonderful attributes that this place has. So thank you. And before I let you all go, I want to let you know that we've had a change in the schedule last week. It's one of our favorite things when a hotelier pulls out at the last minute, I can assure you. So next week we are changing topics, but I'm super delighted. I think this is going to be awesome for all of you who are looking for something new and wanting to know what is coming down in 2021 and 2022. And thank the good Lord, I have Gail McClurkin on speed dial. Gail is our regional global sales manager for Auberge Resorts, and she is going to introduce us to 4 new resorts that are launching this year in the Auberge family. One in the Riviera Maya, yay. One on the west coast of Mexico, one in Santa Barbara, and one in Napa Valley. So she's going to tell us a little bit about all 4 of those. We have yet to land on an exciting theme, but I know Whitney's cooking up something, and it will be in our flyer that will go out Monday. So y'all be thinking about giving birth. I don't know. I have no idea what we're going to do, but next week, what's new in the land of Auberge?
No,
What?
let me say, it
The
will
boys
not be
still.
a giving birth theme.
It will not be a giving birth theme. Okay, well,
Thank
that's
God.
sweet.
Win-win.
I have no idea what it's going
Let's
to be.
let her go.
Randy, don't talk. I'm talking. All right. if everybody is good, we're going to say bye-bye, and we will hope to see all of you, but particularly you newcomers. You will not be newcomers anymore. So please come back next Wednesday at 4 Eastern and join us for a presentation from Auberge Resorts on all that's new in their